Hey everyone, so I feel like it's been ages since I've made a video, and it actually has been. I think this month of July has lasted incredibly long, and I'm really, really excited to just like share my products with you that I've been loving. There are quite a few things that I'll talk about in the end that aren't beauty, but I'll talk about that at the end. A lot of you guys seem to really like that, so if you do like my non-beauty favorites, please give me a thumbs up. If you notice me like touching my hair a lot, this is the first time I've had my hair straight, I think, the whole month of July. So I'm just like, oh, like, look how long it is. And, like, I can run my fingers through my hair. Usually with curly hair, I can't. So, go ahead and jump right into it. I should say this with beauty. Um, July has just been a very, like, carefree, like, calm and relaxing month for me, and it's been so enjoyable, but I'll like get more into that at the end. But with that, like, makeup wise, I probably for more than half the month have not really worn a lot of makeup. But so I wasn't going to do this video, but the times that I did wear makeup, the few times that I did, it was always the exact same product. So I figured, what the heck, even though I didn't wear makeup every single day, these were products that I was constantly reaching for the days that I did wear makeup. So my Morphe brushes palette, the Jaclyn Hill favorite, I've been using that. It's what I have today. Just like there's such a wide range of colors, and I absolutely love it. I think this is discontinued, so if I'm talking about it is, I apologize, but my boyfriend got me this for my birthday. I absolutely love it. I used it every single time I wore eyeshadow. There's just so many different ways to do your makeup with this palette. The Beauty Blender. I really like my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, but or my Real Techniques sponge, but this is what I've been reaching for more. I just really like the texture and like the way it puts on foundation. The textures are very, very different with the sponges. This is just very soft and really, really shears out my foundation, which I like. So this is what I've been reaching for more. Brows have been a big thing for me this month. I've been putting a lot of focus on my brows, so I've still been continuing to use the Maybelline Brow Drama in the color Deep Brown. This is just the brow gel that I use. It's really natural. You can't even tell that it's on, but it keeps my brows where it needs to be. And for my eyebrows, I continue to use my Faint eyeshadow from my Naked Basics palette. This is my next favorite Naked Basic palette. I think this is like my third month in a row talking about it. I think I said this last video, and then I had to like just make this into a holy grail item. I've literally, on top of my Morphe brushes or Morphe brushes palette, Jaclyn Hill, I use it, I just always use it. I never not use it. Since I bought this, I don't think I've ever not reached for this for something at some point while I'm doing my makeup. So that's exciting. e.l.f. blotting sheets. My skin, I used to have really oily skin, then I had like dry skin, and now I'm having more of an oily skin. So I think, maybe it's like typical. I have oily skin in the summer and dry skin in the fall and winter. So these blotting sheets have really been helping me out a lot. These are just the Tea Tree Clarifying Oil blotting sheets. Really like these. They're blotting sheets, like all blotting sheets do the same. Okay, the one I wasn't going to talk about because I know a lot of people don't have it, and some people, I've been like reading comments on the YouTube videos I've been watching, some people get really upset when other people mention it, but you know what, I feel like if somebody has something that you don't have but you want, like, yeah, be envious. Like, I'm envious of people that have stuff that I want but I don't have, but don't be like mean about it. Not necessary. So that being said, my boyfriend surprised me with the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Cosmetics highlighter in the color Champagne Pop. I died. Like, when he gave it to, I screamed, and it's became a habit now. He has seemed to buy me like all the Jaclyn Hill stuff that comes out, so I told him we're gonna have to make this into like a tradition, which is exciting because Jaclyn Hill just didn't officially announce, but on her questions and answers video, and that kind of announced that she is having a makeup company or makeup product line come out, and she's been pairing up with Makeup Geeks to make a favorites palette and make up her own eyeshadow. So I cannot wait. So hopefully I can like weasel him into like buying everything for me. I'm just kidding, I can buy it myself. But I know this is gonna be on everybody's favorites, but it is worth every single cent. It is so gorgeous, so soft, so finely milled. I just can't say enough good things. This, if you had money to spend on one high-end product, it would be this. Not only is it because Jaclyn Hill made it, but it's just the quality, and I have it on today. Like, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Best highlighter ever. Hands down ever. moving on from that little rant. Bronzers. I've been using a lot of bronzers lately just because I tanned while I was at the beach and I really am enjoying being tan. So the two bronzers I've been using is this MAC bronzer in the color Blunt. I don't use this a lot because it's a little dark for me, but I do like the color that I get from it. And my NARS Laguna bronzer. As you can see, these are like super different. Like this is more of like a brown, like they're both brown, but this is such a deep brown. They're both very, very beautiful. A few times I actually use this as like a crease color. The blush I've been obsessed with is MAC Peaches. I think this might be the second month in a row that I liked it. Just a really pretty like bright peachy blush, and it's literally the only blush that I've like carried around and used all month. To help keep my skin somewhat matte, I've been using the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder, which everybody talks about and everybody loves. And I really like this because even though I've like put a tan on, this I can still use this specific color. Like it's not too pale because it doesn't give a lot of color payoff. I feel like I need to take a breath. I'm talking so fast. Still continuing to love the L'Oreal Miss Manga Voluminous Waterproof Mascara. And for the last makeup item, this Hard Candy Fast and Fabulous makeup setting spray, I absolutely love. I think it's $6. What others may not like about it is it gives you a very dewy finish, which when you have greasy skin, a lot of people with greasy skin takes dewy and translates that into greasy. Not greasy, just dewy. And you can take like an oil blotting sheet and like soak up, I guess, the extra like liquid, but it just makes your face like really healthy and glowy looking. Somewhat shiny, but I translate the shiny into glowing, so it's really up to your personal preference. But I think for $6, this is a really, really good product, and I very much enjoyed it, and I'll continue to use it. It's just very refreshing, and I like the spray. It's just very like, I just like it. It's like the MAC, what is that called? The Prime. You get Fix Plus, that's what it's called. Like, I feel like it just gets everywhere. I feel like this is more of a controlled spray than anything. I have 2 hair products and then like a body product. Since I was at the beach and, you know, just kind of like doing my thing this July and not really putting a lot of time into like dolling myself up because it's so hot out and I have so many places to be and people to see and things to do that I just don't want to put a lot of time into my beauty routine. So this stuff is incredible. I hope to God Suave never discontinues it. It's the Suave Sea Mineral Infusion Texturizing Sea Salt Spray. I have used this every single day unless I've worn my hair up. And there's a good bit left in here. It just makes my wavy hair. The one video I did, what was it? I don't know. I think the last video I uploaded, the second to last video, my hair was like super curly and big, and I was like, what do you guys think? I used this. This stuff is just amazing. I love the texture. It doesn't make my, like, it does make it a little bit dry, but nothing crazy. It's just, it's so good. It makes my hair like super curly, doesn't weigh it down. I personally feel like it makes it more voluminous, but it doesn't say anything about doing that, so maybe it's just how my hair reacts to it. It's just light, and it makes my waves like just light and big, and I love it. I love it. This is such a good spray. I've never used any other sea salt sprays, so maybe there are other ones out there that are just as good, but this is like, I think $2, but at least under $5, and such a good product. To go along with that, because this does dry your hair out a bit, this Garnier Fructis Marvelous Oil Frizz Defying 5-Action Hair Elixir. I've used this probably 3 times a week because I don't wash my hair every day for almost the whole entire month, and as you can see, I've used like a tiny bit. Like 1 squirt is enough. Just put this in the ends. I really like it. It makes my ends really soft. I have not ventured enough to like, because I don't like putting stuff in this like this in my roots. I have a really bad habit of putting too much product in and my hair being greasy, but I get frizz on my roots, and I feel like most people do, so I'm going to eventually try to just put a tad bit of it on my roots to see if that helps. I know if my hair's dry, I can use this as like a finishing product, so we'll see. I really like it though for just putting it as kind of like a leave-in conditioner type thing whenever I get out of the shower. Final item is this Venus Gillette razor. It's like there's smoke rising anyways, it looked like there was like smoke coming up into the lights. I don't know where that would have came from. Um, I generally don't care about razors, don't put a lot of stock in razors, but when we were at the beach, my one aunt and my sister had this razor and they like swore by it, and my sister was like, seriously, like just try it. And it was so good. I used to use like the dollar ones, and forget those. Like this was like 14 bucks, and like the refills are a little bit expensive, but it is so worth it. My skin is so soft, my legs stay smoother longer, and it's like quick. Like you don't have to put on shaving cream, you just shave. Really, really love it. Um, so that's all for my beauty products. I'll go ahead and discuss my non beauty things. Three of them are TV shows. But I do want to say, this month has been so peaceful for me. The biggest thing I learned on vacation, and that I loved so much about vacation, um, is to just take my time. I'm a very fast-paced person. Like I have extreme anxiety. I'm always thinking about the next thing that needs to be done. But what was so amazing about vacation was like there was no time limit or times that we had to be somewhere. Like there was a like, oh, we would like to be at dinner between like 6:30 and 8. But there was no like you have to be off the beach at this time. You have to do this, this, and this. Like there was no pressure. Like you did what you want when you want, and nobody bothered you. And I appreciate that so much. And I didn't realize like how much not having that was taking for me. I honestly feel so much lighter and happier as a person, because since vacation I have been taking that kind of lesson on like not rushing through life, and like been trying to apply it through my life. And I found that my days seem to last a lot longer, and it just seems like it's just so relaxing. I have more motivation to do things. Like I'm redecorating my new apartment, or not my new apartment. I'm like redirecting my apartment, like redoing it, putting a lot of attention on my fitness, a lot of attention on the outdoors, which I love. So that's the one thing, like all of that. Like outdoors is something that I've been loving. My dad bought me a kayak for my birthday, so I've been like kayaking, I think 3 or 4 times this month. I've been swimming at least twice a week. What else? I've been like just like taking walks, and like I went to the beach and just different outdoorsy things. I love the outdoors. I love sitting outside at night, and I've been like really taking the time to do that. So I just love that. I love the water. And I just there's something about the water that brings me some type of peace. Like in nature in general just brings me like peace and like happiness. So I've been putting a lot of time in going outside, and even if I'm just going to the pool for like 2 or 3 hours, just taking that time and doing it, and it's made a huge difference in my life, I feel like. So outdoors is my one favorite. My second favorite is I've been redoing my apartment. My aunt gave me like a few things because she moved, so she got a few new things. I bought like a new rug. Like I've just been redoing my apartment, and like it's making me so happy because I'm like motivated to take the time and do it. And like, I don't know if you guys have anxiety, but if you were like, I get really overwhelmed when I think about all these things that I need to do. But I've like learned like I can hang up that mirror, and it really only takes 10 minutes. Like I hung up this one mirror, and I like looked at the time, and I was like, oh my God, that only took 10 minutes. Where before, like I would just not find time to hang up that mirror because I thought it would take too long. So really been enjoying decorating my new apartment. So along with being outside, like, and I said, my days have like been lasting a lot longer. I've been really enjoying TV. I don't get a lot of time to sit down and watch TV, but lately I've watched a lot of TV, but it doesn't feel like I've watched a lot of TV, which is interesting. But 3 TV shows. First, the show Dexter, it was out a few years ago. Just finished it in the beginning of July with Joe. And it was just very, very bittersweet because Joe and I, like at the beginning of our relationship, like he wanted to introduce me to Dexter. So like throughout our relationship, that has been our thing, is like watching Dexter together, having Dexter nights. And I don't know if you guys have seen Dexter, and I won't say the ending, but the ending of Dexter, I sobbed for a good 30 minutes, like bawled. I text our one friend Jesse, like, let us borrow the Dexter DVDs, and I text him. I was so angry at Joe. I was so upset. So if there's any of you out there that watched Dexter and felt the same way as me, like, please let me know, because I was devastated. And it's like been almost a month, and I'm still like devastated about it. The second, Orange is the New Black. And this is how much TV I watch. It's bizarre. I got through the whole first season, and now I'm halfway through the second season. Really, really like that show. I just think it's funny, and I really am enjoying that because I feel like Dexter was such an emotional commitment. Like, you needed to know what was going to happen next, and like, it was just not to be dramatic, but it was like very like you needed to know. With Orange is the New Black, it's just kind of more laid back. Like whatever happens, happens. Like I don't need to know what happens the next episode. If I go a week without watching it, it is what it is. So I've really been enjoying that because it's not like you don't have to really dedicate yourself to the show. And the third show that Joe and I just finished last night is Wayward Pines. It was on Fox. It was the first season. Really good show. I'm horrible at describing things, so I'm not going to describe any of these shows. Just go ahead and check it out. If you have Xfinity, it's on demand or something like that. Joe takes care of all that. But just a really good show. A lot of people like hated on it, but I personally thought it was really good, and the ending was good. I'm upset because Fox decided to drop the show. Hopefully another TV company or cable company decides to pick it up because I really enjoyed it. So that is my July favorites. I would love to hear from you guys what your favorites were this month. Any TV shows that you recommend, because Orange is the New Black will be through that before you know it. So if you have any more recommendations for shows that we should check out, let me know. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.